Hey, what's up, everyone? Good morning. Welcome to Cyn on the Chat. My name is Cyn, of course. Let's get right to it. I want to talk about APRYL Jones' interview on Nick Canon show. What a fucking hot mess APRYL Jones is, right? It's too early for this. I don't even know if I should talk about this right now because it's too early. I just woke up a little bit ago, and let me take a little sip of my coffee because it is early, and I need energy for this shit. Right? Yeah, I drink coffee with a straw because I don't like the coffee hitting my teeth. I try to keep my teeth as white as possible. Some gets around in there, but not as much. You just put the straw back there close to your throat, and it just goes right down. So you don't have that coffee exposure, and you don't get those coffee stains and whatnot. But anyway, so Nick Canon had APRYL Jones on his show, and he was talking to her, obviously, about what everybody wants to know about, right? Why else would anyone interview APRYL Jones? They want to talk about her and Lil Fizz, and her and Omarion, and Omarion and Lil Fizz, right? When I tell you this interview was so full of bullshit, so immediately off the rip, Nick Canon, APRYL tried to attack the perception that is out there about Lil Fizz and Omarion, saying, they were never best friends. They were never friends at all. Saying that, the entire time that she was with Omarion, she never even met Fizz. Fizz was never at the house. He was never around and all this other shit, which, it is possible because, record labels do take people and put people together that didn't know each other prior to making music together, right? They kind of just manufacture groups sometimes. That's not unheard of. So it is possible that there wasn't a friendship. But it's hard to believe that you are in the same band with someone for all of these years and that you don't form a friendship with them. Even if you weren't friends prior to joining the band, I'm sure there are going to be friendships that develop throughout the course of your career of working together, right? So that's kind of hard to believe. Maybe he didn't have them at his house and whatnot, but I believe that there was a friendship there. So, and I'm going to tell you why also. I'm going to show you why I say that. I'm going to show you something that Lil Fizz said himself, which directly contradicts what APRYL said about them not being friends. All right, so stick around for that. But anyway, so off the rip, she just wanted to tear that down, saying they were never friends. So it kind of, what she does by doing that is saying, like, I'm not a friend fucker. Like, I'm not, sleeping with my baby father's friends because they were never friends. Okay, let's say they weren't friends. They're bandmates. Okay? They have to do shows together. They have to communicate. They have to interact. They have to be on the same stage. They have to practice, rehearse together. They have to go to meetings together and whatnot. No matter how you cut it, this is some shady shit. Okay? There's no way to sugarcoat this. As much as you try, honey, there is no way to sugarcoat this shit. It is grimy. Okay? You have 2 children. 2 kids with Omarion. Okay? So let me just play what she said for you guys right here.
Let's just start with B2K, right? People have this perception that this boy band was like a brotherhood and they were best friends, and and I understand that. I mean, I was one of those people that believed that too.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, I was there.
Right.
I mean, when it was,
he was there.
Right.
I mean, when it was that.
But also, you have to remember. You also have to remember the entertainment industry has PR, which is very good at their job of making, certain things look like great branding.
Right.
So they looked like they were that.
Yeah.
But there were a lot of issues that they were having that I don't want to have to talk on.
Yeah,
or any of that
and again, like we had immature.
So you heard her say, they weren't friends. Everybody has this perception that they were best friends. Nick Canon says No. Yeah, I was there for that. Saying like, no, like I was there. I saw that. They were. Pretty much, that's what he's saying. They were friends. I was there. He's not saying I was like looking in from the outside. Like, no, Nick Canon has relationships with these guys, right? So he was saying he was there. And they acted friendly is pretty much what I gathered from that. So then Vlad, y'all know DJ Vlad TV, interviewed Lil Fizz some time ago, and so he must be keeping up with the with these interviews and what's going on with APRYL and Fizz, because he just put out a series of clips of him interviewing Omarion, right? So what he did, he put out this little flashback of him interviewing Lil Fizz. Listen to what Fizz had to say. Because what Fizz says in this video, well, I'm just going to let y'all hear it.
It's you and Omarion are close.
Yeah, that's my boy.
And we're about to get it.
And blood, yeah, me and him are real close too. We've been best friends since we were 12, so.
Okay.
Yeah, godfather to his kids, godfather to my son.
A lot of people, I guess, thought that Janae Aiko was your cousin.
So what he said was, Vlad asked him, Vlad said, they spoke about the breakup, and then Vlad asked him, how are you and Omarion? Are you guys still friends? Are you guys still cool? He goes, yeah, that's my boy. We're close. So that completely negates what APRYL Jones claimed, that they weren't friends. Lil Fizz just said himself that they're close. That's his boy. Now, I'm going to tell you, this is what I think about Lil Fizz's relationship with Omarion. Excuse me, I'm getting sick. My children are getting me sick. So, I'm going to tell you, this is what I think about the relationship. This is what I think happened, right? Just gathering information from what I've heard throughout these interviews. To me, it seems like Lil Fizz was jealous of Omarion because Omarion was the star, right? APRYL, in her interview with Nick Canon, spoke about, Omarion like being by himself and isolating himself and having his own tour bus, and Nick Canon was just like, well, yeah, he was the star, and so with that, and that might just be Omarion's personality, and yeah, we all hear it happens. You have the lead singer of a group who has a big head, he gets gassed, and they want their own tour bus, they start making these demands, and egos get involved and inflated and all of this stuff. That happens, right? And Omarion is probably less than perfect, as we all are, right? But I think that with him being the lead singer and him being the star, Omarion was probably jealous and was probably secretly hating on him, because APRYL said that when they met, it wasn't until 2017. Her and Omarion broke up in 2016. She met Lil Fizz on the set of Love and Hip Hop in 2017. And then she said throughout that time, they sat and they spoke, and Fizz was basically hating on Omarion, telling Omarion's baby's mother all the dirt that he was doing, all the lies that he told, and he was probably talking about, shit that was going on tour buses, him leaving with groupies or him forming other relationships, whatever dirt he was doing that Fizz was privy to or Fizz witnessed, he was spilling the tea. He was sitting there like a chatty patty. So he was telling APRYL everything, right? And, as women, we always see, right? We can always tell, like, the guys that we're dating, like, who their real friends are, right? I'm sure many of us, we have guys who, they have friends and, they have, like, friends who are secretly like jealous of the guy that we're dating, and you know, they'll come and they'll like try to flirt with us on the low, or you know, do things behind their friend's back, or you know, or try to like blow up the spot, you know, like say little slick shit here and there to make you think that, you know, your guy isn't right. It's because they're jealous, right? Like I've seen that before. So I feel like Fizz was jealous, and this was a way for him to, you know, get up in there with APRYL. And APRYL, I feel like this was just opportunity for her, because what she talked about in that interview, right, was Omarion just leaving his family and not setting her out financially, right? And it looks like Omarion was probably being petty, and yeah, you know, cutting back on child support, 1099 in her for whatever work she was doing for him through his company or whatever. He 1099 that ass, yeah. So she has to pay taxes on the money that she received, and he gets a tax break for that. So of course he's gonna 1099, and he ain't doing her no favors. So, you know, she talked about the financial aspect of it and how he doesn't help much, which I'm sure it sounds like to me that he is an active father, and like he probably has his son a couple of days out of the week. I think she said once or twice a week he sees the boy. And he probably does things for him and provides for him when he has him, or gets him things that he needs, or you know, takes care of other costs. I'm just gonna assume, you know, I don't know, but I think that this was just an opportunity for two people who you can say were drowning when it comes to finances, and like Lil Fizz, who was in the spotlight, who was a part of this huge boy band, you know, not having that exposure, not having that publicity, and not having that same income. And then for someone who was with the star of this same band and was receiving all of this financial help when she was with him, you know, this was an opportunity for two people who Omarion left behind, so to speak, to get together and capitalize financially on the situation. Because without Omarion, they don't get that money anymore. Right? Without the star of the band, there is no B2K. Lil Fizz can't go on tour with J Boog without Omarion. It's not going to work. APRYL Jones is not going to get the money that she was getting when she was with Omarion without Omarion. It's not going to work. So both of them got together, capitalized financially, created a great, scandalous storyline for the show, keeps them relevant, puts them back in the public eye, and there you have it. Yes, she gets to be vindictive, kind of get back at him. Lil Fizz feels like he has one up on Omarion now, who he was always jealous of. And you kill a couple birds with one stone. There you have it. That simple. It's that simple. But the more disturbing thing, and this is what I like about Nick Canon, is that he wasn't letting her off the hook that easy. When he spoke about her lives and the things that she's saying publicly, and her kids taking a look at that, you know, APRYL Jones, she got on live and was talking so nasty, and it looks like she might have been under the influence of something. You guys know, you remember that live she did where she was talking about all the guys that hit her up, all the celebrities that hit her up, and the guys that want to have sex with her, and it was disgusting. She was acting like a pig online. And she's such a pretty girl. Like, she's gorgeous. She's beautiful. She's such a pretty girl. But the way that she behaved online, listen to it. Listen, let's take a listen. If you forgot, let's refresh in your memory and hear how this girl was talking. Let's play this real quick, because this was gross.
Anyone that's ever been around me, the game, I fucked the game, okay? And what happened to the game? He's right here to text me today. Happy Mother's Day. I fucked your pussy. Slept it again. That's what the game said, okay? That, yo, that's something that, yo, I swear to God,
acting just like that.
Because.
That's something she would fucking say.
Yeah. The fuck out of here. The game texts me all the time. Bitches
Talking about she slept with the game.
He loves me. He respects me. Drew, Lil Fizz, I love you. Happy Mother's Day. I respect you. Fucking Shiggy Show. Fucking Nate Robinson. Fucking Paul Pierce.
The basketball players.
Durant. Fucking anybody.
KD, Nick Robinson, Paul Pierce, Shaq.
Y'all so mad. Y'all so mad. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, guys. It's okay for people to reach out and just honor someone. It doesn't mean you're fucking with them. It just means they're honoring you. Okay? They're just saying, great, you're just a good mom. You're just a good mom. Stop being so mad.
Let me stop that right there. I don't know how she went from talking about the guys that wanted her and her sleeping with the game to Nate Robinson, Paul Pierce, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Durant honoring her for being a good mother. I don't know. Like, that was just weird. But she also looks like she was like high or drunk or something was going on with her for sure in this video. Let me play a little bit more of this though so you guys can hear how she was talking. The nastiness.
You couldn't even get a celebrity the way y'all want to see you talk shit. Oh, celebrity. I'm a celebrity because I fucked a celebrity and because I became what y'all thought I wasn't going to become. So let me just say that. Yes, I'm a celebrity because Omarion fucked this pussy and I had 2 kids by him. And now Lil Fizz wants to fuck this pussy. And because I'm a celebrity. And because the gang wants to fuck this pussy. And because ASAP wants to fuck this pussy. And because all these guys love this.
All right, let's just stop that right there. So she went on to talk about how ASAP Rocky wants to sleep with her, how Lil Fizz is in love with her, and he, wants to sleep with her, and how she has sex with Omarion, and that made her a celebrity. Like, regardless if she said she was saying it sarcastically, like, it just sounds gross. Like, you sound like a pig, right? Just no class at all. And you know what I think that this interview with Nick Canon did, it was an extension of this. But she seemed sober in that interview. But it was an extension of this. Without as much vulgarity and crass. But, like like she felt validated by these celebrities wanting to sleep with her. Like, that's what makes her, that's what she's validated by. And again, I know that she said she was being sarcastic, but this didn't seem sarcastic to me. Some of it did, but a lot of it didn't. A lot of it was just like in your face. You guys are talking about me. You guys can never sleep with these celebrities that I get to sleep with or who want to sleep with me. So that just shows you where she's at mentally. Like, she just seems like a very nasty human being. And I can see why Omarion wouldn't want to be around that. If she was acting that way and saying these things on her live and on this interview and acting the way that she was, could you imagine how this woman is behind closed doors? This isn't to say that Omarion was an angel. I'm sure he did dirt. Right? And I'm not for the woman should just be victim and boo-hoo and cry about that either. I'm not about that. But don't act worse than he. Don't portray yourself in this manner, right? Don't be vindictive because you're going to look worse. Because Omarion, regardless of what he's done and his imperfections, which we still don't know what he did besides leaving. She never talked about what he actually did to her. He just left, which happens. It happens. People grow out of love. Relationships don't last forever, especially when you're young. They don't last forever, right? So all she said was that he left. She didn't get into details. She never said he abused her. He didn't, she didn't say he cheated on her. She just said the things that he did. So we don't know what Omarion did. But, you definitely didn't help your case by coming out like this. And then she talked about not believing in monogamy and all of this stuff. This girl is just all over the place. And Nick is right. Her kids are going to see this one day, and it's just a bad look. It's a bad look. Omarion should probably think about going in for full custody. And and I'm going to tell you why. Because Lil Fizz obviously has some ill will towards Omarion for quite some time, okay? To cause this rift and to sleep with his kid's mother and to throw him under the bus to her. He obviously has some ill feelings towards Omarion for some time, and now he is around Omarion's kids. Look, I wouldn't want someone like that who has bad things to say about me and who wants to cause problems in my life for whatever reason around my child. I wouldn't trust them around my child. That paired with the fact that this woman is as vindictive in the way she is and looks like she's probably, I don't know, drinking and getting high, or seems uncontrollable and just nasty like that. Yo, I would be going for, Omarion should probably try to get full custody or something, like Matt Barnes did. Like Matt Barnes just did an interview with Vlad, and he was talking about how he got full custody of his sons at one point against Gloria, right? So, from basketball wise, because she was out of control, So it's the same thing applies here. I wouldn't trust that if I was Omarion. No way in hell. No way in hell. But I don't know. I'm going to wrap this up. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Oh, another thing that I wanted to mention, there was a big crock of shit, was she said that she never wanted Omarion to be a part of the storyline. Then what would you be on Love and Hip Hop for? People only know you because you are Omarion's baby's mother. There is no way that you could be on Love and Hip Hop without Omarion and being a part of that storyline. He actually did you a favor. He did you a solid in that sense. Wouldn't y'all agree? What kind of bullshit is that? So there was just a lot of lies and contradictions, and a lot of her exposing herself to be who she really is, a nasty, bitter, cold, vile baby mother. That's what she is. I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts? Let me know. Comment below. Let me know your thoughts. I want to hear what you got to say. Like this video. Subscribe. Show me some love. Okay? Also, I got a Cash App, y'all. Hit me up. Help me out. Because what I want to do is I want to set up like a little studio. I want to get a better camera. I want to really do this. Okay? So if you can, hook a sister up. If you can't, like and subscribe, comment. That helps too. So, and I appreciate it, y'all. Y'all have a great day. I'm going to go enjoy my Sunday, do some laundry, all these other things, and then I'm going to drop another video later on. I'm out.